No doubt you're gonna take heed. Don't let your heart grow cold. Hello, hello. All right. Welcome to day one. Okay, make sure I'm live in the group. Say hello if you're watching live. Say if you can see me. So I know that we are all good to go. Okay. Hello, hello. Did you get a chance to do the morning meditation? That is posted in the group if you haven't had a chance to do that yet. So each day this week, I will be going live at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time with the morning meditation, and then 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the workshop. Okay. So say hello when you come on. If you are watching the replay, say hello. Okay, we will get started. All right, say hello and I can see. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me before I get started. Hello, hello. Day one. Okay. Hey, looks like I am live. Okay. All right, so welcome everyone to day one of the Manifest by Design Challenge. Today I will be talking about Manifestation 101. So you are here today because you are excited to learn more about manifestation, right? So that is what sparked your interest in this challenge. Maybe you are already familiar with manifesting, or maybe you are curious about it. And so if this is you, drop a yes in the comments. Tell me, do you already practice manifestation? Is it kind of a foreign or maybe even a weird concept to you? What are your current thoughts and feelings about manifestation? And again, if you're tuning in live right now, say hello. Okay. All right. So I'm going to review the prizes available in the group. So today's prize is a $25 Amazon gift card. And how you are eligible for the prize is if you comment on any of the posts, the videos, or the posts in the group for the day's challenge. So commenting on the live meditation video, commenting on this afternoon workshop class, or the homework post. So each comment is an entry into the day's prize, and posting your homework is an entry into the prize. So today's is a $25 Amazon gift card, and the winner announced for today's prize will be announced tomorrow on the live. So let's start with introducing ourselves. So drop in the comments who you are, where you are tuning in from, and what you are excited about for this week of manifesting and setting your intentions for what you want to create in your life. What are you excited to learn about? Are you excited to learn more about human design? Are you excited to heal money blocks and step into greater clarity, greater abundance? What are you most excited for? Are you excited for the somatic healing? Again, that'll be on Thursday at this time. So we will be doing hands-on manifestation within that class. So super excited for that. All right, so a little bit about me. If you're new to the group or the challenge, my name's Michelle. Joy is my middle name. And I am a Sagittarius. If you're familiar with astrology, I am a Sagittarius, a Cancer rising. So I love learning, I love traveling, and I deeply care about people and have always had this desire to just help people and want to help people to feel better. So I am a 2-4 splenic projector with the cross of consciousness in human design. And again, if you have no clue about human design, that's just kind of doesn't really make sense. But essentially, I am an intuitive person, empathic, spiritual, and I'm community oriented. In my personal life, I've been happily married for 14 years. I met my husband in college, and I am a mom of 4 sweet young kids. I love to travel, dance, listen to books, meditate, and work out. So again, comment below a little bit about you and feel free to get to know the other ladies participating in the challenge and connecting with them. The more that we create this synergy together and speak what we want to be creating in the group and experiencing, the more that energy is contagious and helps everybody to have better energy, more positive energy, and have those manifestations coming true. So I want to hear from you. What have you ever manifested before? Can you think of something that you have manifested into your life? Maybe, just think, is there anything tangible that you can think of and experience to share in the group? And comment below about it. And then share about, how do you think this happened? How did you manifest? Did you were talking about it with someone and then it happened and you looked back and, oh, that actually did come to pass eventually? Have you noticed any experiences like that? Or maybe it was very intentional. I want to save this amount of money in my bank account. I want this specific thing to happen, and then it happened. So let's hear your manifestation stories. You can share this in the live thread and also just in the group news feed to help elevate the energy and to spread that belief of, this happened to me and it was amazing and it's possible, and be that example for the different ways that manifestation can show up. So maybe it was a relationship or a certain amount of money or a certain thing. I shared recently on my social media how I recently manifested a kayak paddleboard. So that was super fun. Just little things like that you look back and you're like, oh, wow, I really did manifest that. I really did speak about it and desire it, and it happened. Maybe it's a new career or an invitation to an opportunity. So any of these examples that you can think of, feel free to share them throughout the group, and also comment them below. So I'm going to check real quick, and I can answer any questions in the threads. Okay, awesome. Okay, looks good. All right. Now, can you think of a time that you were unable to manifest something you wanted? You really, really wanted something and you tried to force it. You thought, okay, maybe I can just intentionally go after it. And it almost seemed like the harder you tried, the more you tried to do it like somebody else did it. And it didn't work. It led to burnout. It led to frustration or bitterness. And you couldn't figure out why. You just were upset or bothered by how come I didn't get the thing I wanted, or it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And did you take time to reflect on that experience? So this could be a moment to think of, why do you think that was the case? Why do you think there were times in your life when things just flowed and things aligned, or certain areas, and then in other areas, there was more resistance, there was more challenge, there was more struggle? And something that I am a big believer about with manifesting and have learned about is setting the intention of something you desire, that it is for the highest good of all. So at times, if we are forcing something to happen and making it happen, or not clear on that you want this thing and you want it to be for the highest good of all, if it be for the highest good of all, and just having trust and faith in surrendering that things will line up and go for the highest good of all, for you and for everyone else, that can take the burden off of you. And it just carries a much better frequency, a much better loving energy to desire something, and that it be the best for everyone. All right, so like I was saying, these are questions to ponder about. Maybe you've been wondering this, and maybe it's why you joined the challenge. Why does it seem like sometimes manifestation works, or in certain areas, sometimes it doesn't, or for certain people, it seems like it's just so easy for them? So one reason is we each have a different energetic blueprint. So this is the human design that I will be talking about more in the group tomorrow. In your energetic design from birth, there are specific differences for all of us about how our energy exudes out into the world and how it interacts with others, and even specifically to when we desire something, what is a good fit for us as far as clarity and direction. So I will be going over that in the call tomorrow at this time. So again, if you want to bring your human design chart, you can get a free one on my site, and I'll drop the link in the comments again for that, if you want to get your chart and you don't have it yet. Okay, so now we're going to dive into some of the psychology about manifestation, okay? So one reason why when we desire to manifest something, and if it's not happening, it can be because of this. So tell me, comment below if you've seen this before, that the conscious mind is actually about 10%. Some things say it's even less, more like 5% of what your actual experience of what's actually influencing your behavior and influencing your life and what you're attracting and what you're noticing is 10% conscious mind. Your willpower, your actual logical thinking, choosing, and the 90%, 80 to 90%, is your subconscious mind, where your beliefs are, your limiting beliefs, your all kinds of different things. So, and also the emotions that are unresolved and stored in your body. So I will be talking more about that throughout the challenge, but basically in the mind-body connection, there are all sorts of things that are influencing you with manifestation that you're not aware of until you look into them and until you find them, right? So if you have ever had this happen to you? If you know what I'm talking about, share it in the comments that you've experienced this. All right. So it is possible to rewire your subconscious mind. And there's different ways of doing this. They create the most effective change. So if you've ever heard the analogy of if you're driving home and you're always driving home the same way and you start daydreaming, your conscious mind is kind of somewhere else, but your subconscious mind is the one doing the driving, and you get home and you don't even really remember the drive home. That's because your subconscious is also your body, and it's just on autopilot quite often. So I first learned meditation from Dr. Joe Dispenza. And he studies meditation, he studies brain and heart coherence and all these fascinating things, and actually measures it and measures energy. And they estimate that people have about 60 to 70 thoughts in a day, and that 90% of those thoughts are the same ones had from the day before. So 90% of the thoughts are on autopilot, right? So this is the book that I read, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And this is kind of what got me started into a lot of this stuff, I guess you could say, into changing my consciousness, changing the way you think about what you're thinking about, and learning the step-by-step process for meditation, because it takes time. It's like a muscle to exercise, to do these kinds of things of becoming aware of your thoughts. So a little bit about my background. So I started with learning psychology in college. That was what I studied. And then I, started learning the meditation. I became certified in somatic activated healing and sacred geometry, love energy healing, and learning how to teach mindfulness meditation, learning human design. I've been learning human design the last 4 years, experimenting with it. And I love helping people to heal and align to self-love and prosperity. Okay, so this is, have you ever seen this chart before? Does this ring a bell to anyone? It's super cool, right? It's pretty self-explanatory that the lower vibration emotions are those low densities that are really hard to clear out of the body. So shame, guilt, these are the lowest vibrational emotions. And these are the higher vibrational emotions. So if in your life you had an experience where shame was stuck in your body, that is going to create this lower density, and it's going to create this natural magnetism for seeking more of that emotion. Now, it's not your fault. This is just life. This is so normal. This is so natural. And in a sense, it's part of the beauty of life. If we were always having so much happiness and joy nonstop without some of the harder trials in life, the harder experiences, that wouldn't add to all the beauty. And so this is normal to have these experiences in life. Everybody has them. And there is ways to clear out the negative emotions in the body so that you can raise your frequency and live more in neutrality or more in up here. Okay. So tell me if this resonates. If you get what I'm saying, that if you had an experience, maybe you weren't able to process anger, you pushed it away out of your body, that anger is still inside of you, just kind of hiding, waiting to be expressed. And until it does, you're going to have more experiences magnetizing anger experiences that you're going to feel anger more often until it's cleared. All right, so this is one reason why we counter manifest. We desire this, but we're getting this because the magnetism in the body, in the subconscious mind, has a disconnect from what the conscious mind is desiring. And we're saying we're wanting, and we're thinking we want. Okay. So this is where the somatic healing that I have been teaching and sharing and learning and has been so life-changing for me. This is exactly what this does, is clearing out the lower emotions that are stored in the body, stored in the subconscious, stored in the part of you that is most often driving without knowing it, right? So we do certain emotions to help clear out certain feelings of the lower vibration and bring in higher emotions. So this will be on Thursday at this time to do it live, and yeah, dress comfortable, bring some water. It's a fun workout for your body, your mind, and just feeling so much better by the end of it. I recently taught at an energy healing conference. Some of you in the group I met there. It was so much fun. And yeah, more about that and how you can do more sessions with me coming soon. Okay, so this specifically is a manifestation story of how I became a somatic teacher. So 5 years ago, about then, I was a little bit burnout and lost in what I wanted to be doing as a career. And I had that moment of, okay, I'm just going to surrender this to the divine, surrender this to God, and be shown what I should do next. So I just decided to take a leap of faith of letting go of what I was doing and stepping into the unknown to show me what I should do next. Right? So have you ever had that happen to you? Scared to let go of the old thing and then making room for the next thing. So that's exactly what happened for me. And that was when I found the book about breaking the habits of being yourself and began learning meditation. And then I stumbled upon human design. And right when I found that, that was like a light bulb moment, just felt super aligned to it. And down the rabbit hole I went. And so at the time I was searching for, okay, what do I want to do? What is this feeling I have that I want to do something? I want to have this higher purpose. I want to help people. I know there's something I want to be doing. What is it? So I was taking a course, and we did a higher self exercise like I will be doing in this challenge, where you get into a meditative state and begin to visualize this higher self version of you and tapping into it. And what I experienced, and they had you just tune into your intuition and see what came up, see what you felt or you thought or you imagined. And I saw myself teaching classes to women of some kind of healing work. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that it felt amazing and that I was helping women. I was leading this group. And the thought that came to mind was, your purpose is just to be the love, just share love, just being the love. And at the time I thought, I don't know what that means. That is pretty confusing. But I kept that, and I began to notice the breadcrumbs is one way of looking at it, the signs, the little nudges of what lights you up, what makes your heart just feel alive. I began following those signs, and step by step, that's when I discovered the somatic activated healing and the energy love healing. And now it is, very much aligned with working with the energy of love. And so at the time, I didn't know how that was going to happen, but by letting go and just having faith and following the signs, that's what it led to. And that's what I love doing now. So that's what I am currently manifesting. I am creating a thriving community of women who believe in the positive ripple effect of love, of healing, of expansion. And we are creating a movement together of prosperity and love with a higher purpose that is helping to heal. Because when we heal ourselves, it overflows to our families, to our children, to all relationships. And it creates a positive ripple effect to everyone because we actually really are all connected. And I really do mean that, and I really do see it. So that is my mission. That is my desire. That's what I was feeling drawn to for many, many years. And I'm seeing it manifest into reality. Okay, so let's see if you have any. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do an exercise, okay? So if you're watching the replay, or if you're watching live right now, you can get out your notebook and you can do this as a hands-on challenge of journaling. You can take the time to do it later. But this is a really good practice for helping you to manifest, all right? So ask yourself these questions for becoming the next version of you. Who is the next version of you? What has she experienced or accomplished? What does she feel? What are her dreams? What is she thankful for? And you do want to, get in a relaxed state. You can get out into nature and take these questions with you and see what comes to mind. Somewhere where you have your own space to yourself to just breathe and relax and see what comes up to you. See what your intuition guides you to. And it could just be a thought. It could just be imagining. It could be hearing something. Just whatever comes out to you first is probably your intuition that you can go with. All right. So after you do that, next you do some shadow work. Okay, so shadow work is working with the underlying fear, the limiting belief that is actually blocking you from this. So journaling with my real deep fear that I try to ignore and push back is, just write what comes to mind. And then noticing what is the perceived reward for avoiding this fear. Now, the perceived reward is that your subconscious mind wants you to be safe. It knows that what's familiar has gotten you this far, so it's worked good enough to keep you alive, and we're okay right now. So why should we do something different? Why should we do something scary, right? So that's the perceived reward. And doing some journaling there of, maybe a part of me wants this, but a part of me is scared of that because how it might change my life. How might it change my relationships, or how might it create certain problems? Are there any stories you're making up out of fear of why you're scared to make a change? This can be super helpful for working with. So after you've found these fears, these parts of you that are afraid of the desire that you want to manifest, the change you want to manifest, this is where you sit and feel into it. Feel into the fear, feel into the emotion. Where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? And again, this is what we do in the somatic work and the somatic classes. of tuning out the stories and finding the energy of them in the body and breathing into them and journaling with them and sending them acceptance and love, because this actually, as you saw on the emotional scale, when we have a low emotion and we counter it with a high emotion of actually seeing it and sending it goodness, then it kind of breaks it up. It loosens the hold on you. So when we face these deeper, scarier fears, you can even say, I face you, I recognize you, I permit you to pass through me and over me. And then thanking this energy, thanking this fear. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. And I'm going to let this fear go. I'm going to just trust that there's bigger plans ahead for me, that the more I step outside my comfort zone, it's actually going to be okay. I think things are going to be even better than they are now. So there's a little bit of working with your emotions and your thoughts in this work. So if this seems kind of complicated, this is pretty, deep stuff. It takes work. This is what I do with coaching people, working through specific beliefs and specific emotions and clearing them. And it's a process. But this is a sample of how you can do this and have these shifts. So after you've sat with that, then noticing, okay, are you ready to let this energy move on, to create something new, to let this fear go? And if you were in your future state, this state that you desire to be accomplishing, to be living your dreams, what does the embodied version of her, how does she deal with fears? If it's a fear of being seen, if it's a fear of speaking her truth, if it's a fear of change, how does she, this high, happy, loving version of you, whatever it is you are desiring, how does she deal? How does she deal when fear creeps in, when doubt creeps in? So one of the best ways is to change your state, to breathe, to nature, to just change your habits so that you're not, on that autopilot loop, doing the same routine every day, but just having a change in your routine can help to shake that up, to shake up that familiar routine and thought patterns. Okay, so here's my challenge for you, okay? What is one action step that you can take today towards your higher self manifestation? If it is a brave move that requires a little bit of leaning in, maybe a little bit of discomfort into the unknown. Is it having a conversation? Is it putting yourself out there in some way on social media or in a relationship, something that feels a little vulnerable? Is there something you can do that will help you to take action on a new routine, to start a new habit, just have a new process, to commit to something different that puts your logical mind more on board with the subconscious, with what you're seeking? Okay. So I want to hear your action steps in the group. I want you to post in the comments or make a post about, I did it. This was my win today. I did this brave thing and this is what happened. And that's also a big reason why I love community for these kinds of challenges and everything is, having the support to lean into those things that are a little bit outside your comfort zone and have others supporting you who have been there, who are going through the same things. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. And I will be live in the group tomorrow at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And tomorrow we will be doing a guided higher self meditation. It's going to be super awesome. So about 10 to 15 minutes and visualizing, experiencing your higher self. It'll be super awesome. And then at noon Mountain Standard Time, same time as today's call, we will be diving into human design. All right, so again, remember, any comments, sharing your homework earns you an entry into the $25 Amazon gift card today, and I will announce the winner of that tomorrow. And you can email me throughout the challenge. You can find me in my DMs. And yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. All right. All right. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.